Ooh. So. Hi. Today our topic is education. Our interviewers are two foreigners and the teacher in our school.
And these two foreign girls are from America, and they came to Taiwan for their PhD study.
And in the final part of our video, we will compare our point and the teacher's point of education.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Jill Del Sol. I'm originally from Arkansas, which is a state in the South United States. And I'm a first-year PhD student doing work on the rhinoceros beetle.
Excellent student. You are excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Good at study. And first, I will ask you, what difference between Taiwan and your country's education?
It doesn't seem that different. We're actually not taking classes here.
Oh.
So the only thing I've noticed is that the science laboratories here have a lot more master's students. They have a lot more students. Back in America, the labs will have, most labs have like 3 or 4 graduate students at one time. But anything else, I'm not real sure.
Okay. And do you think teachers like students better?
Back home, yeah, I think they appreciate because I teach back home as well as part of my graduate program, and from that perspective, it seems like some teachers will like students who put in a lot more effort. If a student is there and you can tell that they don't like the class or they don't put in effort, then I think teachers don't appreciate them as much or don't like them as much. Maybe, but they don't show it, of course.
And what can we improve through education? Maybe in somebody's personality or somebody's skills.
Well, I think as long as a teacher is enthusiastic and conveys information in a way that gets students excited about it, I think that makes for a really valuable class experience.
Yes.
So.
And which class do you think is unnecessary?
Well, I'm not sure. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Because in my major, we only take a few classes as a graduate student.
Yes.
I don't know. I think they're all good. I think sometimes some majors don't use calculus, but they have to take calculus. And I think statistics should be required because a knowledge of statistics is a lot more useful in a lot of cases.
And if you are a teacher, what will you do to increase students' interest in class?
Since I teach science classes or science labs, I find that using a lot of pictures and a lot of real-world examples helps. Because if you use too many like diagrams or just words, it's not as interesting, it's not as engaging. So if you post pictures up on the board and say, okay, this is what these scientists are doing right now, then the students can connect to the material a lot better.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Gabriella Berman, and I'm an undergraduate student at the University of Montana, and I'm here in Taiwan with Jill. I'm her assistant, and we're here to study rhinoceros beetles.
Yeah. Okay. And first, I will ask you, what difference between Taiwan and your country's education?
Well, I can't really say because I don't go to school here. I go to school in the U.S., but it seems like more students here go to college than they do in the U.S. Like in my state, maybe about half of high school students go to college, and I heard that the number is higher here. And also, it does seem like the graduate student, the science labs have more graduate students, and they're much younger than in the U.S.
Yes. And do you think teachers like some students better?
I mean, I think teachers like students that try hard and that are interested in the subject, and they like them better than the students who don't try and just don't really care.
So, okay. And what can we improve through education? Maybe in somebody's personality or somebody's skills.
I think making the classes more relatable to everyday life. If you make it, sometimes they seem kind of unrelated to real life, and teachers come off really dry and boring, and they don't add much to the class.
And which class do you think is unnecessary?
Well, I've taken a few classes that I don't think were important for my biology major that aren't really going to prepare me for a career in biology, such as some of my writing classes, not all of them, and what was the other one? A few just kind of filler classes.
So you like search for biology or listen some class about biology?
Say that again?
Do you like to search yourself about biology or just listen teacher to teach biology?
I mean, yeah, I like doing my own research and looking stuff up, but I also like to listen to the teacher talk about biology in class.
Why do you choose 暨大直 your study?
Say that again. Sorry.
Why do you choose 暨大 for your study?
Here?
Yes.
Well, I don't. I go to school in Montana.
Oh.
But we come here because there's lots of beetles.
Oh.
That's why.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Do you agree that the school system tends to destroy curiosity and creativity?
Well, part of it is because the whole system is kind of rigid. Sometimes it leads to little flexibility for students to develop themselves. And for example, the required courses they need to take during the 4 years sometimes can be quite not flexible.
Okay. And do you think the school system in our country works well?
I don't think so, because it partly is the fault of the entrance examination system, because that system is kind of too much score focused. So students usually try to learn only to do well in the examination instead of really learning things. So I think that's a very serious problem.
From your opinion, what is students in Taiwan lack of?
Or lack, okay. There are many things they lack. First of all, they lack curiosity. They lack the courage to try new things, and they don't want to take too much responsibility on their own choice. I think these are the three most serious problems of our students.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
And we also asked two teachers in our school, but they are too shy to record the video, so we will share their opinions of education.
So the first question for them is, do you agree that the school system tends to destroy curiosity and creativity? And Dr. Lin say that accommodate needs of majority, they cannot tailor to individual needs and be responsible for their own needs and patience.
And as to Dr. Wang, her thought is familiar with Dr. Lin, and she thinks some students maybe increase their curiosity and creativity in nowadays education system, but to some poor students can get benefits on this education.
So the next question for them is, do you think the school system in our country works well, and should we change nowadays education system?
And as to Dr. Huang's answer, she thinks nowadays education system should change, but they also need more time to formulate the laws about the education.
And from the answer of Dr. Lin, she say there are a lot more to improve, but she think the thing that teacher can do is to encourage students to pursue their own passions.
Do you agree that the school system tends to destroy curiosity and creativity, April?
Of course, and I think back to our education background in Taiwan, I think the only part that we can inspire our curiosity and creativity is in kindergarten. And after that, the school system just kill our curiosity and creativity. And so, Sue, do you think it is natural for a teacher to like some students better?
To me, the answer is of course, because in my experience, teachers are always like some girls or boys are beautiful or handsome and they are good at study. And I have experience about some teachers don't like me because I'm poor at study. And this is our interview. And thank you for
Thank
your
you.
listening.
好。
And we also asked 2 questions. 我有点错乱。And we also 等一下给他们，我不能讲 also 因为没有。And she thought some poor student can't 怎么办？
没关系啊。好，重新。